politics, DMK pulls up more discrepancies in NEET ratings. All that and more at 8 p.m. tonight.
You are watching India Today.
NEET politics reignites. 7.5% NEET quota row. Governor seeks 4 weeks to decide. DMK slams governor for delay. Stalin leads DMK's march. AIADMK accuses DMK of politics. Big Tamil Nadu NEET face-off.
Very warm welcome. You're watching India Today with me, Nabila Jamal. We're going to take you through the top headlines, but before that, we're going to take you through a glimpse of what's coming up at 9 p.m. tonight. An exclusive interview with JP Nadda. Let's take a look at those.
चिराग पासवान से इस बार नड्डा जी बात क्यों नहीं बन पाई? कहाँ मामला अटका?
निश्चित रूप से उनकी आकांक्षाएं ज्यादा थी और बीजेपी के लिए वो एडजस्ट करना मुश्किल था और हम चाहते थे कि वो साथ रहें, लेकिन नहीं हुआ।
सीटों का आकलन
जो आपके सर्वे रिपोर्ट्स हैं, उस सर्वे रिपोर्ट से 10 to 15% का इंक्रीज हुआ।
Now, politics speaks over NEET quota bill. DMK stages a big protest outside the governor's residence, demanding immediate implementation of 7.5% quota for government school students. AIADMK accused DMK politics. More details on that in this report.
Ahead of 2021 assembly elections, NEET exams have once again put the politics of Tamil Nadu on the boil. This time around, over Tamil Nadu government's plan to give 7.5% reservation in NEET exams to economically weaker students in government schools. The EPS government, which had unanimously passed the bill, has been waiting for the governor's nod on it. A big face-off erupted on Saturday after the governor sought 3 to 4 weeks' time to assess and approve the NEET quota bill. Opposition led by the DMK held a huge protest outside governor's residence in Chennai, demanding his nod for swift passage of the NEET quota bill.
அந்த அனுமதியை தரவில்லை என்பதை கண்டித்தும் அந்த அனுமதியை பெற்று தருவதற்கு வக்கற்ற வகையற்ற ஒரு ஆட்சி, எடப்பாடி தலைமையில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஆட்சி, அதை வன்மையாக கண்டித்தும் நடைபெறக்கூடிய ஆர்ப்பாட்டம் தான் இந்த ஆர்ப்பாட்டம்.
DMK chief M.K. Stalin was flanked by several senior leaders like Kanimozhi, T.R. Balu and slammed the EPS government for not doing enough.
Around half a kilometer from the residence of Governor Banwarilal Purohit, the Raj Bhavan, we're seeing that the DMK is conducting a massive protest. The DMK here is demanding that the 7.5 reservation bill, which has been submitted to him for the NEET, be signed immediately. Governor Purohit had demanded that he needed 3 to 4 weeks to assess the situation, assess the bill, and then give his acknowledgement to it. But M.K. Stalin today, while talking during the protest, has said that already 40 days have passed by and this is a bill which needs immediate attention because it depends on this a lot of students' life.
AIADMK, facing the heat, quickly rebutted DMK's charges, saying that Stalin has been protesting only for political mileage. The Chief Minister said that DMK and the Congress were the ones who introduced NEET in Tamil Nadu and betrayed the students. If passed in stipulated time, the 7.5% quota will help over 300 economically weak government school students.
The delay in Governor Banwarilal Purohit signing the reservation bill will mean that over 300 students will not be able to apply for this reservation policy in this academic year. The NEET counselling will begin from the last week of October and will go on till the mid of November. The further delay that the governor will take to sign this bill will mean that only students from next academic year will be eligible to use the reservation policy. With camera person Divyan from Chennai, this is Akshay Nath for India Today.
Right. NEET has, of course, gone through a lot of ups and downs considering this is a pandemic and there's a lot of situation. In fact, many of them protested against giving their examination as well. But now the NEET exams has run into another controversy. In this year's NEET examination, a student from Coimbatore alleged that his OMR sheet has been tampered with. The student claims that when he cross-verified his answers with the correct answers, the marks added up to 594. But on result website, it showed 248 marks. This is indeed quite shocking. This wasn't the sole instance, though. A family in Chennai alleged that their son, who has been a topper all along in school, in NEET examination, he scored a big 0. And that too, they allege, has been tampered with, his OMR sheets. In fact, when the family downloaded the OMR answer sheet, it was blank. And the writing was not even his, is what the family claims. The handwriting was not even his. Now, DMK spokesperson attacking the government has said that even in Tripura, 3,000 students gave NEET examinations, but ironically, 88,000 people had qualified in the examination.
8 மணி வரைக்கும் சர்வே ப்ராப்ளம் பார்க்க முடியல. இருந்தாலும் 5 மணிக்கு ஆன்சர் கீ வெளியிட்டாங்க. இந்த ஆன்சர் கீயை நாங்கள் ப்ரொசஸ் சென்டரில் போய் ஓஎம்ஆர் ஷீட்டு டவுன் பண்ணி கொண்டு வந்தோங்க. அதை எதுவும் செக் பண்ணி பார்க்கும்போது 594 மார்க் வந்துச்சுங்க. அப்போ 8-9 மணிக்கு மேலே பார்க்கும்போது தமிழுடைய மார்க் 248 மார்க் இருக்குது. எங்களுக்கே ரொம்ப மனசு கஷ்டமாக போச்சுங்க.
The NEET exams have been totally chaotic. The way the results are being announced, the discrepancies in the results, the way complaints have been coming up, how the OMR data does not match up with what the students wrote. There are not just 1 or 2 complaints, there are several complaints. A student in the city who was a top scorer has got just 0 marks. It is unbelievable, he says. Several such discrepancies have been brought to notice. They say NEET is a qualifying examination. It tests the capability. But when the capability of the testing agency itself is in question, how can anybody believe NEET?
Now let's take you through those guests joining us to give us their perspectives. NEET examination has been a bone of contention in Tamil Nadu for quite some time now. In fact, the state has resisted NEET examination in the first place. There is credibility issues there. We have Manu Sundaram, who's a spokesperson of the DMK, joining us to give us perspective. We have Muralidharan Sivalingam, who's a political analyst, to tell us more on the reservation and the quota that the DMK is now demanding. I'll start with Manu Sundaram, the spokesperson of the DMK. Manu, you have the opposition, the DMK, landing up at the governor's residence today, holding huge protests and demanding for 7.5% quota for students of the underprivileged, NEET quota. Underprivileged students should get a 7.5% NEET quota. This is the demand. You've passed it in the parliament, but you want the governor to sign it. Where has the roadblock come here? Why such a showdown?
Well, just to be clear, Nabila, the bill was passed in September in the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly, and it was passed unanimously with the support of all parties. So it is the will of the people executed through the Legislative Assembly that we now have a bill which should have been a law long time ago, and it provides for 7.5% seats to be kept in preference to those students who studied in government schools from the years 6 to 12. So the last 6 years of your schooling must have been in a government school. The reason for this bill, I'll explain very quickly, is that of social justice. A commission was set up under Justice P. Kalayarasan, where they found that number of government school students was abysmally low. In order to rectify this issue, the government brought this bill, and as part, and the DMK supported it last month.
Right.
Now, obviously, this bill, which should have been law,
the DMK was the one who initially opposed NEET examination
would have actually allowed 300 students to benefit next month when the NEET counselling begins. Now, the governor, I'm sorry, I spoke over you. I just had 2 points, and then you can ask your question. There are 2 issues that concern us today, Nabila. Firstly, the governor's impropriety. The governor is bound to immediately give his assent to the bill. If he does not want to give his assent, he can return the bill back to the government.
Well,
He cannot
he's
hold
asked
it
for 3 to
in
4
his
weeks,
pocket
isn't it?
forever. 3 to 4 weeks would make the matter infructuous. The NEET counselling is stated on schedule to begin in a week. So asking for 3 to 4 weeks means essentially he's pushing it back by 1 year. So that in itself is wrong. Secondly, he cannot even hold it in his pocket for so long. The governor does not have discretion when it comes to such matters. Article 200 makes it quite clear that he must return it. The law of the land, as explained in Shamsher Singh versus State of Punjab 1974, is quite clear on this matter as well. My second concern that the DMK has put forward today is the inaction of the state government. They have betrayed the trust of the people. The assembly unanimously voted for the bill. Unfortunately, we are not. The DMK is not part of the executive. It is the job of the executive to execute the legislation, to bring it into implementation. The government has failed in its duty.
Manu, do stay with us. I'm going to take that question to Muralidharan Sivalingam, who's a political analyst. Muralidharan, here is the DMK, who themselves have shown, from the start, have been opposing NEET examination itself. From the start, they've shown resistance towards NEET. Credibility issues have been raised. Now they come around to ask for a 7.5% quota. He says it's a unanimous decision that was in the parliament back in September, no doubt. But now the governor takes time to rethink. He asked for 3 to 4 weeks to decide on a quota, 7.5% quota. This will be first of its kind in the country. What's your view on that? The AIADMK calls this political gains. Ahead, it's coming close, assembly elections in Tamil Nadu. This is just to gain political brownie points.
It is exactly political brownie points for a simple reason, 7.5% reservation. This is not based on caste, so that's itself it's different. So it's about economically backward. So that's definitely a welcome move. You know, we're not just going by caste as usual.
Right.
Second is, I would like to blame DMK as well as EDMK. What are we fighting here? Right from day one, there's been opposition from the DMK for NEET for a simple reason. It's an evaluation process which has raised the standards. Now, instead of raising the education to meet the evaluation standard, they want to reduce the standard of evaluation. That's why they've been protesting for NEET. That's absolutely, rubbish, because I'll tell you what happened to engineering in this state. Engineering was opened up without entrance for everybody. Today, not even 10% of the people who are passing out of engineering colleges are employable in Tamil Nadu. That's so sad and pathetic. And NEET is supposed to raise the standard. Yes, there are issues, there are problems, there are mark sheets which have gone wrong, but same time, this year, state board students, that means the students from the rural area, from the government schools, have acknowledged the syllabus is no different from any other. It's just from their 11th and 12th textbooks. And they say, if you work hard, you can crack this exam. And as Indians, we are known for cracking exams. That's no big deal. The exams are only some 3 or 4 years old. After 5 years, you see, everybody will pass this exam. So I would like to blame ADMK and DMK and politicizing the whole thing, where a government is trying to push a standard of the evaluation to a different level altogether.
Let me quickly go over to Ramesh Prabha. Ramesh, who's an educationist here, he's very well aware. He's given his himself a NEET examination. Ramesh, do you believe a 7.5% quota is necessary? And I'd like to you to take us through the OMR tampering that's now been accused. Many students are saying that they are trying to get their OMR sheets. When they download it, the answer sheets to what they've written, there's a huge difference. Many of them saying that their marks is not tallying with what they've actually written there. So this tampering with the credibility of the NEET examination, the NEET body itself, is now in big question.
Yeah, that's right. See, I'll tell you, there were 2 stages. One is before the results have come, they've allowed the students to log in the web portal and see their OMR. So they've seen it, but that was a different one. And after the results, they've sent it to mail actually. See, the earlier one has disappeared. The earlier one, just before what they saw in the site, has disappeared. They could have sent it by mail at the time itself actually. So now there are 2 different things which they cannot, many of the students, they claim that this is not what they have seen before the results actually. So there's no transparency in the system. It could have been a permanent thing in the site where at any point of time they could have seen it actually. So there's no transparency. First of all, there is no transparency in the
there is no
system.
transparency. A quick word on that, because NEET is relevant to people across of India. Students are aspiring to be doctors, engineers, but here their credibility is checked through NEET examination, but now the NEET's credibility itself is a question.
Yeah, that's right.
So give us actual points on why you think credibility is lost here.
See, there are two things. See, one is earlier they used to give ranks on 4 categories. That is All India General Rank, All India Community Rank, then State Rank and State Community Rank. Now they have removed the state ranks actually. I don't know what is the intention in it actually. Now in the last few years, it's only All India Rank and All India Community Rank, which creates a lot of confusion in the state quota and the overall confusion. This is also done intentionally. I don't know what is the intention behind it. And last year before, we had one more issue when they translated the question paper from English to Tamil. There were 48 questions. This were translated very wrong, with wrong meanings and total wrong translation actually. So when you have a penalty mark for this kind of questions, so straight away all 48 minus marks these students have.
Right. You also spoke about the weightage that they give for biology and.
Yeah, that's right. I'll come with
a quick word as we wrap here.
Yeah, fine. The first thing is, when the students are studying up to 12th standard, they have practical laboratory classes in +1 and +2. So these practical marks are ignored, and with this test in a theoretical test, they are decided for doctor. That itself is wrong. The second thing is, always the weightage for biology is twice, and 50% for physics and 50% for chemistry. So in the questions they have like that, 90 questions for biology, 45 for physics and 45 chemistry. Whereas in the weightage of the scores, it's not taken like that. So you can easily manipulate. Somebody can score full marks in biology and they can score minus in physics, still they could become a doctor.
Absolutely, so which is what is embarrassing. A quick word as I wrap here, Ramesh. Is there a way to rectify it now, considering the marks would come out anytime?
No. Now, this year, you are not supposed to do anything because they have written it on a certain basis. You have to do it in the further upcoming years. You have to do all these corrections. You have to do it and make your credibility still better. You know already the results, you know about Tripura and Jharkhand, where the number of passed out candidates are higher than the number of appeared candidates actually.
Right.
So this even a clerk cannot do this kind of mistake actually.
Absolutely. It has, the credibility has come under fire, but here is the DMK asking for a 7.5% quota to the underprivileged. In fact, Ramesh is one such. He's come from a farmer's family. He's gone on to write his NEET examination.
No, I have to correct it. It's not for the underprivileged. It's for the government school students. In turn, yeah, what you say is correct. It's for the government school students.
So it's been a unanimous decision that's happened in the parliament back in September. Why is the governor sitting on it? Here you have the DMK being accused of gaining brownie points, but at the end of it, it's a future of thousands of those students who are writing NEET examinations. Thank you very much, Ramesh, for joining us. Manu.
Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.